So I've just gotten back from the cinema from seeing Titanic in 4K 3D as part of its 25th anniversary. Now, the movie came out in 1997, written and directed by James Cameron, the music done by James Horner. All I will say is I've seen the majority of this movie after checking out this movie tonight. I realised I haven't actually seen this 100% in its entirety until today. And yeah, honestly, I can truly say this is a fantastic movie. I really, really love this movie. Coming out of it, I had a huge smile on my face. Definitely emotions was running high as well. And yeah, even on my car ride home, I was just listening to Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. I'm not going to lie, I was just listening to that song on repeat. So let's kind of start from the beginning. Firstly, the acting here is fantastic. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, Billy Zane. Yeah, star-studded cast here, and they all give great performances as their respective characters. Of course, especially Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio as Jack and Rose. Yeah, the chemistry between the two is great. It's so believable and it's really charming, and it also gets you invested in the story. It never comes off as like too cringy or too forced or too rushed, anything like that, because it is thoroughly explained and it's done in such a unique way and a really nice way adding to this tragic true story of the Titanic itself, which did of course sink, but I believe the Jack and Rose characters are fictional from what I'm aware of. Yeah, like their performances is utterly great here. Leonardo DiCaprio, probably one of his best performances he's ever done, and it clearly goes to show, even at the younger age he was in this movie, he would go on to do so much awesome projects, and that he has done this far. Yeah, definitely a huge, awesome actor. And Kate Winslet, yeah, she's been in so many great things as well, and just a really known name as well. Yeah, performances top notch across the board, not one bad performance in here. Going to the music, done by James Horner, riveting, really, just masterfully done. The music here, just the bits where it's just like My Heart Will Go On, for example, is in the background in scenes without any lyrics, just the tune of the song, and it's beautifully done. It's well placed, and it just really gets you in the feels, and it's also kind of haunting in certain scenes, but in a good way that really just gets you emotional and gets you more invested into what is playing out on the screen in this movie. And yeah, the music is just absolutely fantastic. I think I've read up that Celine Dion didn't originally want to do this song for the movie, and she sent over the song after kind of agreeing, which she only did one take of, and kind of later got released, which was actually a demo. So it just goes to show like how good it sounds from just a demo alone. Yeah, that song has definitely cemented that in history, you know, and for Celine Dion as well. And I bet she's kind of glad that she did the song and overall. Yeah, the music, beautiful throughout this movie. Cinematography and the use of the actual set build they did are absolutely incredible. So some great long shots here. Just the practical stuff that goes on in this movie, and just the whole set build of the ship and the amount of water that was used in this movie. I think all the actors have kind of said, look, it was a grueling to be a part of, especially Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio, but DiCaprio did say if you ever was going to be in kind of like an action movie in the future or anything, you'd want James Cameron to direct it, and I'm not really surprised. James Cameron is very well known for practical effects, and that is absolutely no different with Titanic. And I think one thing that really holds up in this, going into the cinematography and kind of the set build with the 4K as well, that this was rendered in for the 25th anniversary, it looks absolutely stunning. You couldn't really tell, if I'm being completely honest with you, that this was done in 1997. This felt like a movie that obviously had some age to it for sure, but not 25 years. I can safely say that. This was just so crisp. The 3D was a really nice added feature as well here, because even just like little water particles at times, or like the surrounding scenery that's going on here, just popped out that little bit extra and just felt like more interactive. It's very done in a great way, which is very different to what we used to have in 3D back in the day with like the red and blue glasses. That's completely different. The way that James Cameron has mastered 3D with his projects of like Avatar and now Titanic, It's just sensational. Yeah, it is really, really good. I've honestly got nothing but great things to say about this movie, and I can only just praise everyone that was involved, even all the extras that's in this movie, because they all play a pivotal role and they sell it so well with every single scene. It's honestly just tremendous movie. I'm so glad I got to check it out in the cinema tonight. Now, I am going to say here, I have one tiny gripe, and this is going to be part of a spoiler. So if you've never seen Titanic, skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to hear about this spoiler. But I'm going to go into it. So there's a part here right at the beginning of the movie where Rose's character, of course, was known as Rose Dawson. But then they say her surname is Rose Calvert. So that doesn't really get touched on throughout the rest of the movie because, of course, it's telling about Rose and Jack's love story. Towards the end of the movie, we're wrapping up the movie. Of course, Rose is telling the story about Jack. She's 100 years old at this point. She's coming up to 101 at some point. And she passes away in her sleep. Now, before she passes away, though, we get kind of camera pans of like portraits of all of her life from like little moments and special bits and pieces here and there about what she has kind of done and accomplished in her life since the Titanic. Now, we know that she has a daughter eventually in the future here, and one little gripe that I have, that my nitpick here, is she eventually obviously met someone, she got married, she got a surname called Calvert, which, okay, cool, but in those photo frames, I can't recall, so if I am wrong, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. But I didn't see a photo of the man that she ended up marrying. And then when she does die, it's not as if her husband's standing there. It's Jack, which is, yeah, don't get me wrong, I know it's her true love. And that I was cool with. But I was like, but she obviously liked or loved someone enough to marry them and have a kid with them in the future. And I was just like, where's Calvert at? You know, where's this person? Again, it's only like something tiny and very minuscule, like literal stuff like nitpicks that I had. But I was kind of a little bit baffled by the end of that. But yeah, besides all that, guys, I can honestly say Titanic is masterful and a masterpiece of a movie. Yeah, this is just so good. I was invested from the first second that this movie played. And also a very cool and unique touch that I got to experience this movie tonight is they actually showed the original opening age restriction card for the movie. So the original kind of age rating it would have had back in the day being like Titanic, and this is your age rating from 1997. That played before the movie started. I wanted to take a photo, but the movie had started by that point, so I missed it. But that was just so unique. So yeah, my overall score for Titanic is a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So have you seen this movie? Have you yet to see it? If so, leave any and all comments down below so we can continue the discussion down there. If you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed this classic movie trip, I'll give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below. And also, while you're down there, feel free to press the red subscribe button so I can see you again in a future video. Also, if you're unaware, I do have a Patreon. I have a couple of tiers you can select from, which starts from £2 per month. And these tiers do include like early videos, my release schedules, say what goes onto the channel. You can actually pick out movies for me to review. There's so much stuff to find out about my Patreon. The link is down below in the description box if you want to check out more. And I want to give a big special thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help support the channel. And thank you for taking your own time to check out this video right here. And until the next time I see you, I'll be seeing you later.